Arguments is the key. Counter arguments you should not forget. I challenge all those who are aiming this exam for the next year. You choose one topic. You need to give due attention to essay because this is a paper which can give you a rank or can throw you out of the holy list.
Hello everyone. Welcome back to another video on Elite Academy.
It has been more than a week that Mains CSE 2024 has got over. Abhi Mains khatam ho gaya, then definitely we should develop certain perspective about the future. Mains 2025 or those who are preparing for the next year or even the next year, you should develop certain perspective from the recently held mains exam. You should analyze the paper. So this is what we are going to do in today's video, and a series of videos we will be coming up with where we will discuss every paper. Means today, for example, we are going to analyze essay paper and we will discuss a way forward. Then like this we will discuss about GS1, GS2, GS3 and optional के बारे में थोड़ा perspective because सारे optional तो discuss नहीं कर सकते. Now, the learning which we are going to derive from this discussion videos, that will decide that how the remaining months, October, November, December, January, till January, you can definitely give your time to your mains preparation, how you should align, and most importantly, what you are going to do now will decide that what you are going to do after your prelims exam. That is the month of June or July, because next year, the mains exam is right from 22nd August. So you need to gear up your mains preparation. So this analysis will be very, very helpful for you. When we talk about essay paper, then essay paper is like, for some of you it is painful area, some of you have not written essays after your school days, some of you don't get the knack of how to write the essays. But yes, whatever it is, it has 250 marks weightage and we have to excel in it to qualify this exam, to top this exam. And let me tell you, essay, ethics and optional, definitely these are those areas where you can maximize your marks. Rather, I would say these are your low-hanging fruits. If you put on more efforts in these areas, in these subjects, you will be able to get more marks, right? So essay is very important area. So first of all, you should know that UPSC every year they give 8 topics, section A and section B. Out of that, we have to choose 2 topics, one from section A and one from section B, and we have to write the essays. The word limit is somewhere 1000 to 1200. You will get around 10 to 12 pages. Sometimes you have to be careful. Sometimes UPSC gives surprise and they give only 8 pages to write. It has happened with us in the past, right? So you have to be careful. You have to plan for the essay. And I have discussed about this in the video which came before mains exam. So this is the paper of this year's essay. That is essay 2024, mains 2024. This is the section A. The section A topics were 4 topics. I will read the topics and we will discuss about the topics. For example, the first topic is forests precede civilization and deserts follow them. So this is a classic topic of environment, climate change, ecology. Theme is environment, ecology, climate change is the theme. But if you look into the topic is philosophical in nature. You have to decode the topic. Forest precedes civilization. That okay, forests पहले लोगों के बस्ती बनने से पहले फॉरेस्ट रहता है. Then civilization will come, civilization will clear it, and after civilization desert follow them, deserts. So this is a very classic philosophy of what is happening at present, that we are just clearing the forest, and because of that climate change is happening. So that ecological imbalance is there, how to maintain the equilibrium. So this topic is addressing that particular theme. So you have to decode and you have to write. Definitely you will write the arguments supporting this topic, but you don't have to just go with the flow of the topic. You have to also write the counter argument. No, we are taking care of the environment. We are taking care of the forest. Carbon credit you can talk about. You can talk about the forest, the way we are managing. Urban areas में forest हो रहे हैं. ऐसे we are maintaining. So you have to also talk about the counter argument, that how humans are taking care of the forest. It is not always that after the civilization deserts follow. No, it is not the case always. And then you should talk about the way forward. This is the theme, right? So the theme is ecology, but the way you are decoding it, it is philosophical. So the topic is philosophical in nature that way, but the theme is ecology. Talking about the second topic, the empires of the futures will be the empires of the mind. Why this topic? If you relate this topic, you can relate it with the international relation, whatever is happening in the international arena. The empires of the future will be the empires of the mind. It is talking about the knowledge revolution. We often talk about India becoming the soft power or India becoming the global power, the superpower. We are talking about that we are the knowledge economy. So who is going to rule the world? Earlier it was technology, military modernization. Lot of war is happening. Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Middle East is disturbed. US is the superpower, Russia is the superpower. But slowly, gradually, the culture, the mind, the knowledge is taking over all these. So you have to keep that in mind. And again, it is a philosophical topic, but you have to relate it with the different dimensions of society at individual level, everywhere. We are running after materialism. But is it going to help us in future? No, mindfulness. So you have to relate at every aspect. This is how essay has to be written. You should decode the meaning and you should relate it at individual level, society level, country level, family level, international level. The international one, which I told, is one of the dimension of the argument, right? So again, it is philosophical in nature. It is not related to any particular topic. But yes, if you want to relate, one dimension can be whatever is happening at the empire level, means international level, at the level of countries. Now, no way we are living in a world where monarchy is there. We are living in a democratic setup. So that way we cannot relate. But this is how you have to think. This is how you have to trigger your thought process. Third topic, there is no path to happiness. Happiness is a path. This is what our philosophy has been talking about. This is what we read in our ancient scriptures as well. And if you have thoroughly prepared for ethics, you would have come across this topic. What is the meaning of happiness according to you? This was one of the previous year question by UPSC. So if you are preparing thoroughly ethics, conceptual clarity, the practice you are doing, those knowledge will help you. That particular analysis, that particular preparation will help you here. Again, it is philosophical in nature. Earlier, UPSC used to divide section A, philosophy or topic, or section B will be philosophy. So one section was philosophical in nature and other section was topics. But now, over a period of time, slowly, gradually, they have made both the sections philosophical in nature. You decode and you relate. You have the freedom. So you can innovate here. So there is no path to happiness. Happiness is the path. Decode its meaning. Substantiate it. But don't overkill. You have to always focus on giving the arguments. Arguments is the key. Counter arguments, you should not forget. The doubter is a true man of science. Then it is talking about reasoning ability of a human being, rational approach of a human being, that whosoever is doubting anything, questioning anything is a man of science. Then you have to talk about science, you have to talk about humans, then you have to balance the science and the thought process. So that way you have to relate. Again, it is a philosophical in nature, but again, you have to relate it at your individual level, society level. You have to see whether this is true or it is false. This is how you have to generate arguments. Now in this whole section A, 4 topics are there. Whenever you are choosing any topic, you should not challenge yourself that whichever is difficult, that only I am going to choose and write. Choose the easiest one on which you can generate the points and on which you can generate the arguments, dimensions, and where you can substantiate. So now I challenge all those who are aiming this exam for the next year, you choose one topic and you write one essay. Because till the time you will not write, you will not realize its importance, how you have to prepare. And if you want to show your essays to us, we are here in our Bangalore branch. You can any day come and show your essays, or if you want to share your essays online also, you have our number, you can drop a WhatsApp, you have our email IDs, you drop your essays to us, right? So this is about section A. Here is our section B. In section B, again 4 topics are there. Social media is triggering fear of missing out, FOMO, amongst the youth, precipitating depression and loneliness. सोशल मीडिया के इम्पैक्ट, दिस इज अ डायरेक्ट टॉपिक. टेक्नोलॉजी इज अ डबल एज सोर्ड, ये यूपीएससी ने पहले भी पूछा है, सोशल मीडिया के क्वेश्चंस पहले भी पूछे हैं. सो दिस इज डायरेक्ट इंप्लीकेशन ऑफ अ सोशल मीडिया, दैट हाउ इट इज ट्रिगरिंग फोमो. आप टाइम टू टाइम मोबाइल चेक करते रहते हो, फोमो, फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट. यू हैव टू रिप्लेस इट विद जोमो, joy of missing out. This is what I tell to my students. And it is leading to depression and loneliness. You have to tell yes, it is true or not, where it is happening. You have to substantiate the example. Then you can talk about what we can do, or you can also talk about how social media is also helpful for the individuals. It is not only leading to depression and loneliness. So few counter arguments also would be acceptable here. You don't have to justify it only, or you don't have to say no, it is not true, right? So make your essay interesting with the right introduction, interesting stories or interesting anecdote, and then you start the arguments. This is pure technology related topic. Second is in this section B, that is the sixth one, nearly all men can stand adversity, but to test the character give them power. So this particular topic, this particular quote we teach in our ethics syllabus as well. Ethics में आपका एक particular topic ही है, moral thinkers and philosophers from Western and Indian setup. So there we read, when we read about power, we read about authority, there we read about this quote. So you have to basically talk about the character, we have to talk about power, and we have to relate that how anybody's character is tested when we give them the power. So again, same approach, arguments, counter arguments, dimensions. Don't overkill and just put all examples itself. Okay, we have seen in Hitler, we have seen here, we have seen there. You don't have to prove that topic. Remember this. I'm trying to give you hints how to write essays, how to write the answers, and the concepts which you are learning in ethics, they have its direct implication in essay paper as well, and essay paper का भी 250 marks का weightage है. Seventh topic, all ideas having large consequences are always simple. Very simple topic. यहाँ पढ़ने में तो simple लग रहा है that all ideas having large consequences are simple, but how to initiate, why they are simple with respect to education. Again, it is very complicated topic because inside the examination hall you will not be able to generate many points. So you have to be very careful what topic you are choosing. Choose the simple one. You have to talk about the impact, how it starts, everything starts with idea, why it is simple, when it is simple, but we make complicated. Eighth, the cost of being wrong is less than the cost of doing nothing. Inaction is better or taking action and committing mistakes is better. सभी लोग कहते हैं, ऐसी बहुत सारी quotations भी हैं. Injustice is anywhere, threat to justice everywhere. Like if there is injustice happening in front of you and you are not raising your voice, you are not taking action, you are not showing courage to stop it, then it is like you are not the courageous one. So that way you have to relate. The cost of being wrong is less. आप गलती करो. फॉर एग्जाम्पल एपीजे अब्दुल कलाम, उन्होंने सैटेलाइट्स बनाना शुरू किया, लॉन्च व्हीकल्स बनाना शुरू किया, उसमें फेल हुए, दैट इज फाइन, दैट इज लेस. अगर वो स्टेप्स नहीं लेते, देन टुडे डू यू थिंक वी वुड हैव बीन सेलिब्रेटिंग चंद्रयान 3? So the cost of being wrong is less, or committing mistakes is less than cost of doing nothing. And sometimes you also tell the counter argument why doing nothing is beneficial sometimes. So that way you have to make a fine balance of arguments, counter arguments, substantiating your counter arguments, and dimensions with appropriate example, and you have to bring dimensions, multi-dimensional approach. How multi-dimensional approach will come? You have to relate at all aspects. सारे पॉलिटी के, सारे सोशल इकोनॉमी इसी से नहीं देने, हर एस्पेक्ट के आपको आर्ग्यूमेंट्स होने चाहिए. एंड व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट आर्ग्यूमेंट्स, इट डजंट मीन पॉलिटिकली, इकोनॉमिकली, सोशली. दीज आर द ट्रिगर पॉइंट्स. सो इफ यू आर एमिंग टू राइट अ ब्यूटिफुल एसे, you should keep these things in mind. Now I will tell you a way forward. So going ahead with the way forward, these are the philosophical essays in the past which UPSC has asked. Essay philosophical essay, so we run our essay booster module, and in essay booster module we teach how to write essay, पूरा बेसिक से सिखाते हैं, and then we teach how to write philosophical essays. So you have to analyze the philosophical essays, how UPSC has been asking. Sometimes the themes gets repeated, right? So you have to take a good hold of the philosophical essays, and if you are struggling with writing essays, you are most welcome. We are running our essay booster module. You are most welcome. But before that, we also need to understand कि हमारा जो वे फॉरवर्ड 2025 के लिए होना चाहिए या फ्यूचर के लिए होना चाहिए क्या है, हमारे टेक अवे पॉइंट्स क्या हैं. अ वे फॉरवर्ड फॉर द फ्यूचर इज दैट यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड दैट द टॉपिक्स व्हिच आर कमिंग, दे आर फिलोसॉफिकल इन नेचर, एंड यू शुड हैव अ रियली गुड होल्ड. यू शुड नॉट से दैट सर आई कांट राइट फिलोसॉफिकल एसेज. यू कैन राइट एंड यू शुड राइट. यू हैव टू राइट बिकॉज यूपीएससी इज आस्किंग इन दैट मैनर इटसेल्फ. Practice is the key. If you will not practice, if you are not brainstorming, if you are not writing, if you are not getting the feedback, then you will not be able to improve. तो एग्जाम डे में मिरेकल्स की उम्मीद नहीं करनी है. थर्ड टेक अवे पॉइंट इज दैट एथिक्स के जो कंटेंट है, जो पेपर 4 जीएस पेपर 4 एथिक्स, वॉट एवर यू आर रीडिंग एंड वॉट एवर यू आर कवरिंग, द सेम कंटेंट, द वे यू आर अप्रोचिंग एथिक्स एज अ सब्जेक्ट, द कॉन्सेप्चुअल क्लैरिटी, द आंसर राइटिंग, whatever you are doing there in ethics, the keywords and everything, the dimensions, the examples, they all will be helpful for you. And recently we have launched our ethics complete module. There we have highlighted the importance of ethics subject in essay as well. So if you are not having a good hold on ethics subject, you are most welcome. Please join our ethics complete module. You will develop a very good understanding. You will develop a very good understanding and command exam orientation, which will help you not only to qualify this exam but also to get the top rank. Next, you should also keep in mind that not all the topics will be of philosophical in nature. However, they are philosophical in nature, but you can still use your GS knowledge. GS touch रहता है, but you have to be careful while you are reading it and while you are connecting. Don't dominate any subject knowledge there. If it is philosophical in nature, you have to accordingly decode and present your dimensions and argument. So that way you have to read and you have to be very careful while you are attempting inside the examination hall. You should not choose कि नहीं भाई ये difficult वाला मैं लिखूंगा. You have to be careful. Next, you have to also remember that whatever essay you are going to choose or write, उसकी जो foundation है वो आज से शुरू होनी चाहिए. Basically, you should know how to write an essay. You should know how to generate arguments. There is a video on our YouTube where we have discussed about how to generate arguments.
How to write a great essay? So a great essay should have structured arguments. Our argument should be well organized. Our counter argument should be well organized.
And in the end, I would say that you should have a special command over the philosophical essays. So you should know how to write the philosophical essays, right? This is all about essay. ये सारी चीजें हैं और इसको एक order में करने के लिए, एक structure में करने के लिए, we have our essay booster module. Do show your essays to us, and then only you will be able to excel. We have good time. Don't overkill, don't overdo, and don't underestimate that essay you can manage in the last moment. Don't do that. So you need to give due attention to essay because this is a paper which can give you a rank or can throw you out of the holy list, right? So don't ignore it, guys. And this is all in today's video. We will come up with the analysis of all the GS papers as well. So stay tuned and see you all in the next video.